What's happening, good people? It's your man, Patrick the Game Changer Jackson here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in one more time. I'm not going to be on long today. As you can see in the description, we're going to be talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner and the death of his early demise that happened. But before I do that, I'm going to go over a few things that I'm being involved in. Crazy, busy weekend. Crazy, busy weekend that is happening. Man, it's crazy. Most of my weekends is crazy. I just don't share them. I usually don't have a lot of time to share them. Sometimes y'all get the information late from me. You'll get the information. It goes out. But I'm trying to get a little bit better at getting the information out a little bit sooner to you guys. So we are having a Rooted in Wellness wilderness therapy hike that is going on this Sunday. It is at capacity at this moment. I'm sorry, some of you have been trying to hit up and trying to get in, but it is at capacity. There will be another one that will be coming up, but I would like for my lovely Artisa May to kind of give you a commercial about what it's about and the people that are coming, what to expect, and exactly what is going to happen. So go ahead and check this video out really quick about the Rooted in Wellness Wilderness Therapy Guided Sunrise Hike. Go ahead and check it out.
Hey, boo, let's heal today. I am here at Windward's Preserve, and we just finalized everything for this Sunday, which is at full capacity guided hike. We want to reconnect you back to your body, your breath, and make sure that you stay in your purpose, because a healthy you is a healthy community. As we learn about breath work, grounding, and reconnecting to ourselves, we will also be teaching you mindfulness eating here, where we will have our Mediterranean style breakfast. We at Awaken cannot wait to share this experience
Look like it froze just a little bit.
with you. See you at the crossing bright and early, 5:30 a.m.
Right. So that's what that is. That's a guided meditation that is going to be happening this Sunday. You guys will be able to hear a little bit more of those things that are going to be going on and things that will be happening. Also, what will be happening is the Motown Night, Legends Night, which will be happening at the Jazz Spot this Saturday from 8 to 11 at the Jazz Spot. Come out, gonna be a good time. Tickets are going fast. The VIP is already sold out. There's a couple of tables left, and you can still get some of the individual tickets. Food will be provided by Pinkies. I'm gonna have some fish, some chips. If you want to go ahead and order, get some good food. Definitely the food be bomb. So you want to make sure that you come out, have a good time. It's always fun. So come out, enjoy yourself. If you're not busy on this Saturday, looking for something to do, hey man, come on, slide on through, man. I'll be hosting the event. Always live, direct, and having some fun. So again, bring your loved one, bring your friends. If you're looking to have a cool, relaxed, fun, energetic time, all of those things will be available for you at this event. We have J2 and Jadea that will be handling the band and the music and the sounds. So it is definitely going to be one that you are going to want to come out to and have a phenomenal time, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna have a really good time. You're gonna have a really good time if you come out. Also, RN Bingo. RN Bingo will be this Friday. RN Bingo will be this Friday from what time is that? I think doors open up at 8 p.m. as well. 8 p.m. this Friday. Come on out. Doors open up at 8 p.m. We'll be running from 8 to 11. It's always fun. This is an 80s theme that is going down tonight. 80s theme that is happening on Friday. That is tomorrow night. Come on out. We got DJ Solo on the ones and twos. And of course, I will be hosting as well. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to always have a good vibe. It's always fun. It's always chill. It's always a place that you know that you can come and enjoy yourself and have a great time. So this is a great time, an opportunity for you, a great time, opportunity for your friends. Grab somebody with you. If you know some of these 80s songs, you're going to be able to go ahead and sing along to the songs, have a chance to win some money, and also best dressed as well. So if you come out in your 80s outfit, you have a chance to be able to win some money. So go ahead and bring out your great best 80s outfit. Man, if you can do it, go ahead and do it. Don't be shy about it. If you can do it, go ahead and make it happen. Don't sit back and act like you can't do something when you know that you can. This will be a good chance for you, your loved ones, and the people that you know to come on out. Again, this is going to be at the Jazz Spot as well. So come on out and have a great time. Also, Saturday, something for the youth, something for the kids, something for family. Power Move 365 is putting on another STEM Day Academy, man. It is going to be led by Don Miller and Miss Jocelyn Martin this Saturday. It's going to be at the Bill Library from 11 to 2. So go ahead. If you haven't signed your kids up, there's still a few spots available. There's actually, I think, about 8 more spots available. Not just a few, but about 8 more spots available for you to sign your kids up. It's absolutely free. Lunch will be provided for them as well at the Bill Library, and it's for ages 11 and up. They'll be learning from a engineering expert and a STEM teacher. So these are experts in their fields being able to teach your children and expose them to the STEM opportunity. Definitely shout out to them for this great opportunity. The last one was phenomenal, and it was great, and we know we're going to have another great time again. So if your kids have not been signed up, you're looking for something for them to do this Saturday, this is your chance to get them on lined up with this great program that we've put together. Man, it's a lot more things that are going to be coming forward. I'm so excited in the month of August for the things that's going to be presented, the things that we're going to be able to unleash and show you guys what we've been working on. And I'm telling you, I'm a little tired, but it's been worth it. I'm definitely excited about this. Some great opportunities that are coming away. Oh man, some good stuff that's happening on next week. Going in, man, it had already started. I had a little bit of a break, had a little bit of downtime, but now things are starting to rev crazily back up. It only slows down just a little bit, then it revs on up. So this is a great chance and opportunity for you guys to get your kids involved in some of these different programs that we have, and some great things that we have coming up as well. And so, yeah, if you're not locked in, if you have not signed them up, this is your opportunity to sign them up. I will try to make sure I remember to put the link in the description for you to access all of these events, especially the one for the youth, especially for that. If I forget, be sure to inbox me. I'll be sure to shoot you that link and make sure that you can get your kids signed up for this. And again, it'll be at the Bill Library from 11 to 2 this Saturday. Man, it's going to be a great time. So it's absolutely free. It's no cost. And also lunch will be in, a snack will be provided for them as well. Man, whew, a lot of great announcements that I've been behind on. So, but we are going to talk about Malcom Warner when we come back. Theo, those of you that grew up with the Cosby Show know the important role that I think he played in a lot of our lives. So we're going to talk about that. When y'all ready. We're going to understand what some of your favorite things that you remember, some of the great conversations and stories that was told during that particular segment. And then we're going to just dive into that conversation a little bit. So be ready. We'll be right back. What is happening, good people? What is happening? Hope y'all having a great, great, great day. And of course, most of you have heard the news about Malcolm Jamal Warner being dead at the age of 54 years old in a tragic drowning um, over in Costa Rica. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and conversation about, hey, man, I think, something tragic happened, but there's some conspiracy that's going on there. Everybody has each of their own of their feelings, their thoughts on that. But at the end of the day, um, a woman lost her husband, and a daughter lost her father, and a lot of um, his family members and loved ones that I'm sure that are close. Um, know a lot of people that got a chance. I didn't personally ever had a chance to meet him. I know people that had a chance to meet him, and all I've heard was great things about the guy. We've seen him on screen. A lot of times, a character on screen sometimes doesn't translate off the screen. And with him not only being a great actor, but also a great person. So a lot of the stories that I've heard of him just being an all-around great human being, and some of his hidden gems, man. Like a lot of people didn't know, they seen him as an actor growing up as Theo on the Cosby Show, but most people didn't know that he's a musician as well, a great musician, and also a great poet, a great writer, a great producer, and he's played many roles throughout his career. And coming on the big screen and having such a big responsibility, I do want to highlight this point of it really quick. With him coming into the industry at such a young age, right? A very young age, a lot of times they get messed up, you know, being exposed so early, especially during those times. Any of the kids, during those 80s, 90s era, it was very tough coming up in the industry. People being taken advantage of, just being exposed to drugs and all that type of stuff. And then you would just see them as they become adults, they just crumble and have we had so many stories of a lot of our childhood memories of characters and actors and actresses that went a different direction, but that's not his story. He's been a phenomenal role model for many years of going into this space of how he maneuvered and the way that he interacted with other people. I've heard that he was extremely close with his mother. I mean, extremely close with his mom, man. Um, you will hear some of the documentaries and his conversations where he would say that his mom was like his best friend, um, and guiding him in some of the decisions and the choices that he was making. Um, I see Bobby is saying the same thing. He probably had a good upbringing by his family. And those were some of the stories that I heard, that he had a phenomenal upbringing from his family. His family was very tied in to who he was and how he became. I remember I heard a story about even his father. Uh, his father made him read a lot of Black history books and Black history, and he was talking about the importance of how his dad he didn't like doing it, right? He didn't like doing it, but then he started seeing as he was interacting with other kids and other students, like the way they were interpreting history was totally different from him because his dad exposed him to the literature at an early age. He was forcing him to read about these different historic individuals. So then his viewpoint was totally different than other people. So the way that he viewed things was totally different from the other people that he was in school with. And so he had been able to carry that. He was talking about him being able to just carry that throughout his life and throughout his childhood. The reason why I'm really wanting to highlight this is because he and his family have been an example of what we can improve on, what we can improve on as being good people. Like it's predicated on us making these type of conscious choices and conscious decisions, whether it's us doing it or it's us instilling it in the next generation, whether it be nieces and nephews or grandchildren. If your children are grown out the house, this could be an opportunity to view things from a different perspective and probably implement some different things as well. And I know a lot of people love the character of Theo. He was someone that brought great joy to a lot of our household. The Cosby Show, a lot of us grew up on the Cosby Show and how important that television show series. I mean, being able to see yourself in the character, see yourself laughing and crying and going through um, young problems and being able to express yourself. Like the Cosby Show has so many different dynamics in from relationships to having a higher standard for yourself, from parents not understanding where kids is coming from to discipline and the way to discipline. Correcting the wrongs, being able to say I'm sorry to your kids, being able to be a bigger parent by understanding that you're not always right, and but then also having a standard of, hey, we ain't friends. It was so many different scenarios that it was funny, it was laughter. There was some rebellion that happened. So his character, he grew up with us, and him being a young boy going into manhood as a star had to be extremely hard. I mean, that couldn't have been one of the easiest things in the world to do, of being a young man going into adulthood. Man, that had to be extremely hard, but he was so rooted in the opportunities and stuff like that. But what are some of y'all favorite portions from the Cosby Show, or what is some of your favorite shows that you've seen him on outside of the Cosby Show? Now that'll be a challenge for some of y'all. I mean, you know, some of y'all remember from the Cosby Show, but he also was in a lot of other shows as well. Some of the spinoffs that happened. Also, Malcolm and Eddie. You know, some of those shows. What are some of the shows that you guys watched and that you was like, you know what, man, outside of the Cosby, which is probably one of the more dynamic shows, what other shows do you think that you really enjoyed seeing Malcolm in? And have you seen him perform? Have you seen him perform any of his musical gifts? His musical gifts as well. Have you seen him recite any of his poetry that he had done? Like so he was very I call him more of a Renaissance man, because he has so many different dynamics to him that he brought to the table that I thought was phenomenal and great, and it was definitely fun to see. Now, one of my favorite shows that I like outside, which was one of the recent ones that he's on, which is The Resident. He plays a surgeon in that series, and I love the character. I love the fact that, you know, he's a very smart, intelligent uh, black man that have a lot of different dynamics to him in that character, which I think is pretty cool. Um, that outside of him being a doctor and being extremely intelligent, he also has some sides to him that was soft, that was a little bit more vulnerable, some things that he was working out within himself while he was doing this actual doing the job and trying to figure out his personal life and love life and what that looks like. So the show I thought was extremely good, and he was not just a good surgeon, he was one of the top surgeons at his character. So it showed that he could be a little bit arrogant, because of his because he was so smart. But then also at the same time, it showed that he put in the work, the effort to be able to show that, hey, this is what a great physician looks like. This is what someone that is great looks like. So yeah, I definitely love the character, what that looks like, and how he brought that all full circle, man. Like he's a dynamic actor. Now, outside of that, they've always said that he kept his private life under wraps. Like he really didn't showcase his wife, his kid, things like that. They were shocked one time when he had mentioned something about his daughter before, but he definitely kept them really under wraps. He wanted his private life to be private. He wanted to keep that separate from being in the light. And even was thinking about it and talking about it, I was like, man, maybe because he was brought up as a child star that he wanted to kind of keep that portion. So like maybe he didn't want his family and his daughter to go through that he went through as a kid in the spotlight. Like, man, that's a lot of pressure. I wouldn't want that for my child. Although I did great and everything is fine and phenomenal, I still wouldn't want that for them. So um, I'm very interested. That was a very interesting thing to find out. That he kind of kept them a little bit separate. He kept them kind of under wrap and really didn't showcase them really that much or at all. And so, um, his death is definitely tragic, by it being a drowning, right? We've heard of a couple of other celebrities that passed away, like Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, that passed away as well. They were a little bit older. They was in their 70s. I believe Ozzy was like 83, 84 years old. So those were kind of expected type, well, I don't say expected, but you're in an older age. Him only being 54 years old, he seemed like he was still in great condition, and it was a tragic drowning. It wasn't like he was sick or ill. And Ozzy and Hulk Hogan, they were dealing with ailments at that time, so they were dealing with some things. With definitely prayers and stuff goes out to them as well. There's some controversial things that tied to people's feelings towards Hulk Hogan with some of the controversial things that he had done in his life and things of that sort. But all in all, to all of those families, is definitely condolences to them or anybody losing a loved one. I know that it's not something easy for anybody to go through. And the reason I'm highlighting Malcolm here is because of his story. His story is just phenomenal for, I think, a lot of us to be able to follow, to see what it is, what the things that he was involved in, and how he navigated being in the spotlight all of his life. I mean, the guy was in the spotlight all his life, went from acting to producing to, always been a part of the music and poetry scene, and even came to California, Bakersfield, California. A lot of the different artists and musicians was able to hang out with him, connect with him. A lot of the people that were fans was able to take pictures with him when he came here to Bakersfield, California. And so it was just a and the interactions and the stories that you hear from other people of their interactions and relations with him, that he was just a great guy to be around, a great guy, great presence. And so, definitely something that's tragic that happened with the drowning. I'm very interested to see. They were saying something about the current was extremely strong, and things of that sort. But it's something to take into consideration when you're going on vacation. Like, it's putting my antennas up. I'm always skeptical on doing certain things, and I'm always being pushed to go outside of my elements sometimes. So things like this kind of put things in caution when you're doing certain activities, and You got a guy that's pretty strong, pretty healthy, but he ended up being not able to get himself out of that situation of however he ended up drowning. We don't know exactly what happened with the drowning. We just know it was a tragic drowning that happened. But that's another question. Does this put you guys on pause when making different decisions when you're going? I know I have a lot of friends and stuff. They travel. They go to different places. Does this type of situation, make you think, hey, maybe I might not do that excursion, or I might not do this particular thing when I'm out of the country, or if I'm going to a certain place. Does that put you in your mind in a certain place? That's a man. I know for me, it always does. It's always going to put some type of caution on what is happening and what's going on. So I'm gonna be hitting you guys with a lot more stuff that are going to be happening and things that are going on. So stay tuned. I appreciate y'all for always tuning in. Another one. Appreciate your family. I'm out.